Hello! Welcome back, everybody, for our next episode of Dragon Age. I am currently a cat girl, as you can see, because I didn't feel like being on camera today. So, I'm gonna look a little different today. But I'm really excited for this episode because we're gonna have a bunch of combat, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Before we jump in, I'm gonna say a few words about our sponsors and do intros, and then I'll pass it on over to Hannah. So our sponsors are in chat. They are Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you would like, from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. You can pick up physical copies on Amazon or digital versions, PDFs, on coffee.com/Raven. It's spelled at the bottom and top left corners of the screen. And then thank you so much, Michael Wayne, for the $20 donation, which is going to be an asset or a challenge. And it did not give me a little notification in OBS. Let me go check what that is. Coin flip to see if it's a challenge or an asset. Okay, awesome. I will do that in just a moment. Thank you so much. And yes, as Paladin said, the fun is free with every purchase of Fundamental RPG. Our other sponsor is Die Hard Dice. You can check out their stuff at dieharddice.com. If you use the code Animus with a capital A, you can get 15% off of your order until December 20th. After that, it goes back to the normal 10% off. They were very nice to throw in an extra 5% discount for the holidays, which is really cool. And I highly recommend checking out the Avalor Isa or Issa Lifeblood set. It's the Avalor design, which I really love. So the pointy bits on like the D4 and the D6 are sort of cut off, which gives it a really, really neat look. And also it makes it so that your D4 isn't an accidental caltrip if you drop it on the floor, which is always great. And
I don't know, why would I even get it then? That seems just like...
if you've ever stepped on a D4, like, you'll appreciate it, I promise. But they're really pretty. They're completely clear, and they have red numbers on them. So I highly recommend it. There's a link straight to that in chat. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network, or over on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Blackfeather Guild, and it should pop right up. And be sure to subscribe, because next season we'll have 2 YouTube exclusive streams, so you want to make sure that you're subscribed over there as well as here, so that you can know when we're streaming. And I think that's it for our sponsors, so let's do intros. Starting at the top left, Paladin, tell us a little bit about Jade and yourself.
It's me. Hi everybody. I'm Paladin Hawk, Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday, Little Red Dot, and Polish Cryptid. And today I get to play Jade, your humble servant and the world's very best elven butler. And we're out of hell. There's no threats of murder anywhere. We're just walking home casually to, rest in civilization. So everything is going, oh, there's a thing in the woods, isn't there? Yes, so that's what's going on there.
Awesome. I am Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related. My link tree is there in chat, and then I play Drafferth, or Draff. She is... the easiest way to describe her is an irreverent punk rock mage Grey Warden, who is a healer. And also a boat, because she wears a tricorn hat and her staff is a boat oar.
Through.
Yeah.
He's through.
And
I want a unicorn with a tricorn hat.
Does the
Done.
does the horn go through the hat?
Who knows?
the third-
That's
the
the
third
Is it coming
mystery.
out of the fold of the hat? Is under
On the front.
would that make it a quadricorn?
See, this is why it has to happen. It's
For
wonderful.
the deep philosophical
Questions for
questions.
philosophers?
Yeah. Okay. I interrupted. Please carry on.
It's okay. She's also Ferelden, so you'll get to hear me do a terrible Ferelden accent, and it'll be a lot of fun. Next, we've got Anina. Tell us a little bit about Velika and yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anina Kasky. I'm an actor and writer, and I have a YouTube channel with loads of comedic monologues, and a dark drama web series, so check that out. Also on Bardic Quest on YouTube, which is a D&D playthrough where I play a Viking character, so check that out. But today I'm playing Velika, a city elf mage who's only recently getting her memories back.
Awesome. And then next we've got B. Tell us a little bit about Alan and yourself.
I'm B or John or Troll and Prettiest Princess or I don't know. Just pick something and roll with it. I'm currently the writer for one of the writers for the Neon Devils webtoon that I, like clockwork, have forgotten to get the link for. It's who I am as a person, and I'm just accepting it. This is just who I am. I play Alan. Alan is he is dumb like rock, but strong like bull. So yeah, it worked out. He is our resident Kunari murder baker. He had a very big, profound character growing moment last time because he didn't look at a floor, and that is so profoundly Alan.
Yeah, he didn't look inside.
Yep, did not look at the floor. Would have been a whole different thing.
Floors are beneath him.
That's true. Well, except for when you shooting up.
It's been great
Would you
playing
care-
with you guys. Bye.
Oh, and everyone dies. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite pun, by the way. If you ever need to know, that's the one.
I mean, it is generally true, but he did like tear it up over himself, over his head to look. So
Sometimes floors are above you.
That's true.
Indeed. Yeah.
Especially in two-story
Particularly-
buildings.
Yeah, or when you rip the floor out and are carrying it around.
I think my amnesia's
but
coming back.
He's slow. What?
I am so sorry, B. We keep interrupting. What were you saying?
I don't even remember anymore. It doesn't matter.
You got the third
Alan
love of your
had
life.
a very, yeah, it was like a really good one, and he's very confused by it, but he's just rolling with it. So, and now he knows. He thinks he knows how many things work now. He thinks
Excuse
he's
me.
rolling with it.
Alan has
'Cause
seen
he's
the
dumb.
threads of the universe.
Yes, he is, but it's that high willpower, low smarts. Like the, yes, I understand. Do you really? I understand, and I will keep going because I understand.
Speaking of
That's
rolling,
great.
before I hand it over to Hannah, I'm gonna say 1 for asset, 2 for challenge.
Ah,
It's a challenge. So, Hannah, tell us a little bit about yourself and this really cool campaign, and then take it away with a challenge to torment us with.
hello everybody, I'm Hannah, your Dragon Master, but also for the past week I have been Warrior of Light Extraordinaire. And today is gonna be fun. So, after all of the trauma of last night and yesterday, and burying Velika's parents and Alan having a crisis of identity, we had a nice sleep around the fire outside of Velika's shack. And you were all rudely awakened in the morning by a horrible roar.
Right, we didn't even get a chance to take a step in the right direction.
No, you woke up and everything was on fire again. Not literally, metaphorically.
And we're in a house, so that can only mean that the danger is a real estate developer.
No, we're
Are
outside.
we-
We're sleeping around the
Yeah,
fire
outside,
outside.
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, close enough.
Still be a real estate developer.
It could, yes.
We are technically squatting.
It was her place.
That's my yeah. We're not squatting.
Do you know where the deed is? Because I think they might ask for a deed. We do kind of
And-
look like the people that would squat in a random house.
Well, and we all
At
know
least
that
right now.
shacks in the middle of the forest are in high demand right now, especially
Yeah.
ones with secret under the floor cubbies. As we've
Indeed,
established, there are
indeed. We
many
know
of
at
those in
least
the world.
two.
At
and that's-
least two.
At least two. One of them wasn't originally supposed to have the secret ID hole.
Secret cubby.
Secret cubby.
Anyway, so yeah, feel free to wake up around the fire, which has kind of diminished. When you do wake up, there's nothing in the clearing that you can see, but you know that you heard a mighty roar, and that is what woke you.
Alan, was that you?
No. I don't think so.
Check
Was
if
it
Logain's still
Ellen?
here.
Is that me?
Logan is missing.
Logain is missing? No! It's the worst timeline. Fuck.
His armor
Okay.
is still
I'm back.
here. He took it off to
Was-
sleep, and his armor is still in the camp.
Where's Lord
was there any-
Logain?
Was there any response
I'll
when
get
I
up.
called to me in the woods? So I know that it wasn't me. Did I respond when I called to me in the woods?
You did not respond.
Okay. He's not me.
It's not you in the woods.
He's not
Well,
me in
you
the
are
woods.
also here.
So
Yay, I'm very tricksy.
I had to step away for a quick second. Are we all waking up to find that Logain is gone?
Yes,
Yes,
Logan is
and
gone,
there's a roar in the woods.
but you can't see anything, at least in the immediate vicinity clearing that you're in.
Okay. So for Draff, the tricorn hat gets pushed up a little bit on her face. Like, what's going on? Logain's gone.
Did,
That's a shame.
Sir?
did you not hear that? That awful animal noise.
Yes, it was a bad noise.
I just assumed Alan was hungry in the middle of the night.
No. It was not me. I asked.
Can I'm gonna try to track Logain. Where'd he go?
Screw whatever that noise was. I'm gonna find Logan. Yeah, if you want to do a perception searching check, sure.
Yes.
Or tracking. There might be tracking, actually.
Is
I
there
don't
any
have tracking.
blood?
Well, then just
near
do a
the-
perception.
Is there
Sorry?
any blood near the armor? His armor?
Nope.
No.
I got a 16. That seems pretty good.
Well, the only part of his armor that's missing is the boots, which he's left some of the more heavy leg armor off of. So he's clearly pulled on his boots and gone off somewhere. You do see a kind of very faint trail kind of leading off in a direction in the woods.
He went that way. Quick, let's take his armor and find him before that beast gets him. And I'll pick up whatever piece of the armor is within my reach and I can carry, and I'll start moving in that direction.
You all hear the sound of wind escalating like a whoom, whoom, and then another roar almost directly above you as a high dragon lands in the clearing and screeches at you.
Does he land in front of us? Or does he crush the house?
He has
Or-
not crushed the house yet.
But it's
He's right
on
in
the
front of
house.
It's
Or-
it's in the clearing. It's a relatively big clearing.
Okay.
They picked a nice
Um,
spot for their shack.
So I'm gonna say that makes like a huge gaffoon as
Oh yeah,
as it
you
lands.
are all. I would
So
actually love it if
I'll
everyone could
stumble
do
onto
a.
the ground.
Yeah, if you choose stumble, or you can try and keep yourself upright.
Oh no, I'll fail that. That's more
Yeah,
dramatic.
might. Would might make sense?
Yeah, it might will do.
Giraffe hasn't gotten up yet. She's still laying down, so she's just gonna like shake with the ground and then just be like, "Ah, well, shit."
Is it strength you want us to roll?
Yes.
And strength to stand. All right, Velika and Alan, you are both shaken, but managed to stay more or less on your feet. Now, for this combat, we're not necessarily going to do. You guys can go in whatever order you want, and you can even try and do combo attacks if you want. And then once you are all done, we'll have the dragon go. Is kind of the way that we're going to make this combat work.
Okay.
So I'd love
Okay.
it to flow as smoothly as you guys want it to.
Excuse me.
The very first thing Velika's going to do is cast Rock Armor.
Beautiful.
Shame.
There. Well, that can't count.
It looks like it made it, so you're good.
Yeah.
Sadly, all of your stunt points go to waste because you don't get stunt points on rock armor.
That's very sad.
Oh wait, no, you can do magic stunts to make it costless or stuff like that.
Oh yeah. What was the one to make it cost less?
It's a mystery to me in my head. Let's go take a look.
Because I might make it cost less.
I foolishly forgot to write that down.
I'll go find it.
Don't we have them on in the Roll20? All the magic stuff?
Only the advanced and the school spell stunts. So the standard spell stunts are on page 106. You can increase the spell power. You can reduce the mana cost, which cost is it's a 2 SP cost per mana cost of 1.
Okay. I'm just gonna do that. Which effectively makes the base rock armor spell free for this.
Same.
But I'm gonna spend 1 mana point still to make it 2 hours instead of 1 hour, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, fighting a dragon might take a little while.
I'm gonna just make it a free mana free action.
Okay. So, an enormous dragon has just landed. It is bigger than you could have imagined. Now, for Alan, Kunari hold dragon in pretty high regard. A level of reverence, but violent reverence. It is shiny, sleek, covered in scales, and a deep, deep red.
Okay.
So we've had both the mages cast their rock armor.
I'm gonna scramble back from the dragon and try to find a tree to hide behind.
There are many trees, it's a forest.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Always hide from the
salute.
fire-breathing dragon behind a flammable tree. That's my advice.
That's solid strategy. Alan's going to do. I think it's almost an automated thing. Like the battle trance is a little broken up now, but there's still aspects of it. And like he does a salute, slight bow to the dragon, and then he's just running forwards to stab at it.
Beautiful. You may attack it within this turn. It's not that far from you because it's enormous. Now, tell me about how you're attacking it or where you're attacking.
What is its position? Position of its body? Like is
So
it
it's
is it
kind of-
down?
it
Is it down
landed on
low?
all
Is it back on
fours.
its?
So it's landed on
Okay.
all fours and kind of like did the brace itself as it landed on the earth. So it's just kind of starting to get back up to its still four-legged height.
Okay. Then Alan's going to be trying to basically put a big long slash along one side of its neck.
Ooh.
Because going up right against the skull, you're not going to get a lot of damage with raw force, and so he's going for squishier bits. So that's what Alan did. You got a
Excuse me.
17 with 4 stun points.
That's a lot of stun points.
You have hit it.
Okay, my roll 20 is being weird, and it won't detach from the.
That might
Okay.
be because you have a pop-up blocker on. Mine doesn't work when I have a pop-up blocker on.
Okay. Okay.
Let's turn that off and then reload the page. It's a hassle.
Well, just like I just did it, it's reloading itself, but. Okay. Let's see if I have the same problem. No. All right. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I'm gonna stop this. I would not have thought to check that, so thank you. Let's see, I have 4 stunts. I'm gonna do 1 for the defensive stance. Can I get that? I'm gonna do. Then I'm going to do. Then with the, I guess I'm going to do Stay Aware and Mighty Blow. Stay Aware lets me do a perception target number 11 test to get some info on the battlefield. Some battlefield intel. So, we're going to do the damage first. That. And then there.
That's a lot of damage.
I mean, not by Alan's standards, but yes, that is a lot of damage.
That's fair.
How much damage total are we doing to the dragon?
That's 15.
Okay. So you bring your sword down along the neck, and you feel like you barely, like you are definitely getting purchase in there and doing an amount of damage, but the scales are so tough. You can tell that every single one of your attacks is going to have to be heavy if you're going to do an amount of damage to this guy.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my then can I use the perception check with the seizing the Stay Aware stunt? Can I use that to look for soft, like better soft spaces or softer
so
spaces where it's a little less armored?
Anything on the top half looks like it's pretty tough. Obviously, it's the underbelly that's a little bit weaker, particularly in areas that require more movement. So like the joints and stuff might have a little bit more give.
Bendy bits, yeah.
Any of the soft, squishy bits, like eyes, not that we're going to do graphic eye injury in here, but any of those things that would naturally be very sensitive on regular creatures are also going to be sensitive on this guy. But so mostly it's going to be aiming for the squishiest bits you can, which is not the top of it.
Okay.
I mean,
it also looks like
its wings are also not covered in scales, obviously, because they need to fly, but you're not sure how much damage that will do to the dragon itself.
Okay. Well, I also, with this, because specifically with the stunt, it's an 11 perception, and I got 17 with 6 stunt points on the perception. I don't know if that does anything more than that, but yeah.
It's really hard because this is a high dragon, and you never fought anyone before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd say if you could find a way to pierce the armor, that might be your better bet. Is if you can find a way to surpass the armor rather than necessarily going for squishy joints. It's scaled all over. It's just that some of the scales, because they require movement, might be a little bit more subject to that. So I would say aiming for any of those joint spots, aiming for on the head, or if you can get like obviously the inside of its mouth is not scaled.
Yeah. Could I stab instead of slash with the sword?
I do not see why not.
Okay, then I will be doing that moving forward.
I believe there is a combat stunt that allows you to do piercing damage instead.
Okay.
Let me look into that so that I'm 100% sure.
To get a pierce attack, their armor rating is halved, rounded down versus this attack. Costs 2, and that is likely what I will start making use of.
Yeah, so I'd say do all of your best to Yeah, piercing rather than slashing is definitely the way to go. Sorry, I can't give you more than there is, I guess.
Yeah, no. I understand. I was mostly just amazed that perception roll with a plus like 17 on a +1 is
Yep.
significant. All right, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so the dragon in reaction to your slash kind of raises up, and as its action is going to let out another mighty roar, which while you are this close in vicinity in it, I am going to require everyone to make a willpower courage check.
Courage to fight this dragon? That sounds also like an auto fail, but let's roll anyway. Okay, willpower.
Oh, I rolled
That's not great.
ass.
Hell yeah,
You have
max,
an advantage.
max roll.
That's really
Draft
good.
is just happy to be here.
Oh, wait,
You're on it.
wait, I do have an advantage?
You have an
yes, you
advantage to
do.
use if you'd like.
Okay, well, I think I will, because having a +3 and getting a 9 is garbage.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's a 1,
Yeah.
2, 3 you rolled.
I feel it's
14.
in character
That's
for
much
me to
more
fail
reasonable.
this, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna stick with it.
it a little less so for Alan, so I think I'm definitely gonna burn that advantage.
So, Velika and Jade, you are both terrified.
In character, definitely.
I'm hiding behind a tree, and that's where I intend to stay.
I just freeze on the spot.
Alan, being so close to it, you feel the roar shake your bones,
Hmm.
and it is only your kind of you feel like it's only your trance that keeps you from feeling some sort of foreign level of fear that you would be unused to.
Yeah.
Draft. What? How you feeling? What you doing, Draft?
I feel like Draft is just like slowly picking herself up off the ground and just looking at this thing. He's like, "Oi, ugly! You interrupted my sleep. Back off!"
So for this round, both Jade and Velika cannot take major actions and must spend their minor action running away.
Oh no.
Or hiding, or do I have to leave the safety of my tree?
You don't have to leave. The only thing you can do is run further away.
Okay. I
It
know
is
exactly.
perfectly acceptable to shake.
Can I
like a
can I
leaf.
go first in this round? Because I
Oh, go
know
ahead.
exactly how this works. So what I'm gonna try to do is load my crossbow, but I'm just gonna spend the whole time just shaking uncontrollably from fear and like failing to hook it into the into the crossbow and failing to pull it, and I'm just like messing around, and it's awful.
Oh no.
That's beautiful, Jade.
Yeah, made harder by the fact that I'm now also sweating a lot because this is scary. So maybe I drop it like once during the thing, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
that's
it's
my
fine.
turn.
It's fine.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Maybe Logan will come back. It'll be okay.
We can only pray for Lord Logan to come save us because he's killed dragons before, one of whom was also a demon, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That is true. Who would like to go next then?
I think Velika's frozen on the spot like this. Completely still.
I'll go. I'm still standing right next to the dude, right?
Yep.
I'm going to try. I'm going to cast Sword.
It's a powerful spell.
Indeed, it is a ridiculously powerful spell at this point. Okay. If I get stun points, I can do the piercing, and I'm going to try and stab at one of the shoulders, with shoulder joints.
Yeah, like underneath the, I guess, the dragon's armpit.
Yeah, if I don't get that, then I'm just gonna like hack it, try and just do a solid hack at its neck.
Okay.
So I do a solid hack at its neck.
Beautiful. Tell us your damage.
Okay. Oh, only 14.
It is still, you are still doing damage to it though. For certain.
Yeah, I know. It's just,
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm
I-
trying to like,
optimized,
That's fair. I think Draff is going to basically it is because she's so perhaps overconfident right now. It's basically just gonna treat this like a big cow that just wandered into camp and is just trying to shoo it away. So she's just gonna cast arcane lance at its nose and just be like, piss off, get out of here.
go ahead.
Shoo!
Yep.
Shoo!
God, I love drafts.
Bad dragon. Wait, no, not that.
No biscuit.
That's not where my brain went until you said that, and then that's just hilarious. So it's a 12 to hit.
The arcane lance bounces harmlessly off of its snout, and it does a little and looks at you you presume angrily. It's really hard to tell with
Sure.
dragons.
Trav just stares it down. And is like, "Don't get sassy with me. It's our camp. You get out." Oh, she's gonna die.
Sure, let's taunt the massive thing.
In response to your piddly arcane lance, the dragon decides to show you what a bolt of energy looks like.
Ooh.
And breathes fire at you. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity acrobatics check.
A 12 with 4 stunt points.
Okay,
Combat
all right.
stunts. What can I do with that?
well, sadly you didn't make the save, so
Oh, okay, never mind then.
the stunts don't count. Please enjoy being on fire. What's your armor rating?
4.
You have taken 10 damage, which means you've taken 6 damage, and you're a little bit on fire. So the dragon rears its head back, and then almost like a little snort just throws a little fireball directly on Draff. He attempts to dodge, but it's enormous.
I think Traff just kind of goes, "Ow!" and then just roars right back at it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Coming back around, Velika and Jade, your heart rate's kind of starting to finally come down, so we can get back into the action this turn. Who would like to go first?
Velika's gonna cast flaming weapons. So anyone who has a melee weapon for the next minute, unless I do additional casting, get 1d6 extra damage.
Okay.
So have some fiery weapons.
Nice.
Fighting
Alrighty.
fire with fire. I like it.
Do you have to roll anything to cast that?
What?
Nine.
Yeah, cast
It's
spells.
10.
Target number 12.
So it looks like it does not meet the target number.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
use
getting
one of
used
my.
to the rules, even though we've
Can
been doing
I-
this for the season.
I am
We've
going
not had
to
that many. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
advantage. Casting. I'm using one of my advantages
Yeah, do it up.
because I am sick of it not working.
I imagine that while you're still shaking a little bit and you attempt to, oh my goodness.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
You do have 2
Fine.
more if you want to use another
I am
one.
not. I'm not burning them all on just flavor weapons.
Actually,
She's terrified. She is that terrified. Velika is praying to her creator right now while crying.
Just as a quick reminder, Paladin, you have 3 advantages. I have a crit. Anino, you've got 2 advantages left, and Hedda, you have 1 advantage. And I
Yep.
assume the dragon is the challenge.
There's always going to be a dragon.
Or
It's just
it might
bigger
get
now.
worse.
It's just now worse. Yeah.
Now he's
so-
driving a tank.
A small
Okay.
Now
tank
he's
drives
made
out
of
of
bees.
the forest.
I'll
He
take my
breathes
turn.
With a chip on his
bees!
shoulder.
No bees.
No
I'll take
bees.
my turn. I will load the crossbow first and foremost. Like I finally got that thing like set up. There's like the blast of flames coming from behind the tree somewhere as Draft gets incinerated. I'll like
But it's
look
alright.
around the tree to see what I could possibly shoot. And I'm gonna try to get the dragon in the neck as it's breathing fire again, or whatever it's going to do. If it's going to bite something, if it's going to use its head to do something. So I'm going to wait for that time, whatever it is, and then I'm going to try to carefully shoot it in the neck. And here is how that works out for me.
Come on.
It's a 14. Does that hit? That
No.
looks like a no. No? Okay. We're gonna use the points because we're one advantage. It's even lower. No. Okay, well
We're
that never mind.
cursed. Both of us are
It
cursed.
bounces off the dragon's neck scales because the top of the neck is scaled and the bottom isn't. So I just my aim is just off as it bounces off the top of the scales.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a better way to do this. But who would like to go next? We still have Alan and Raven or Drafferth.
Yeah.
Go next. My turns tend to be simple. I'm gonna like it. Has its position or is it body position or like location changed?
Location not, but it did kind
Much.
of raise its whole neck up, therefore exposing itself a
Okay.
little bit to you when it went to snort fire it.
Okay. Does the belly look highly like as armored as the rest of the skin or
Bit less.
bit less? Okay, I think I'm gonna go for a belly shot.
All right. Tell me how this is gonna look. You're pretty tall, so
Once again, it's going to be a little bit different if I get the piercing versus the piercing versus the not. If I get that stunt, he's going to have the shield in front and go like charge forward and do a big the big slash across the belly. If we get the piercing one, then he's going to basically use his bastard sword almost like a lance and just charge into it.
do you still have that trident?
Military fork.
Yeah.
I do, but it does not hit nearly as hard.
Right.
But that is not a bad. That is something we're thinking about. I will make some rolls to see if Alan thinks about that.
So I'd be willing to just give that one more piercing. Oh, Killian. No.
Well, right now the difference between the bastard, because of some of the specializations and stuff, the difference between the bastard sword and the military fork is like 4. It's like a 4 number difference, so it's pretty hefty.
Yeah, I get that.
The damage is actually pretty close to the same, but let's see. Let's do the bastard sword for now. 18, no. So I roll for damage. 14. 14 along the bit. Oh wait, do I need to roll for is the fire damage going to affect it?
Well, it didn't. Her fire didn't work. It didn't take.
Okay.
She attempted to cast flaming weapons, and both times it didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was spacing out. Okay.
Killian is now preoccupied with something on the floor. Do not worry, he's fine.
He's cute. He's fine.
The chat was a little. Did I just drop that cat? I did. He has good suspension.
Solid shocks.
So you put your shield up in front of you, and you do. Describe to me how this looks. Again.
He's gonna like kind of tuck his head a little bit behind the shield, so basically just like the visor from his plate mail is the only thing sort of shining out.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to like run full bore forward, and then as soon as he gets close enough, do like a really hard strike at the belly.
Excellent. So you feel the sword take better. Like the scales under here are clearly a little bit softer, a little bit more give in them. And in response to this, the dragon rears up on its back 2 feet and seems to roar out in pain.
All right. I have caught its attention, I suppose.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, but okay. That's good to
Draft,
know,
there's
good to know,
still
good to know,
you.
good to know.
Yeah.
You're a bit on fire.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think Draft is still like roaring at it and making noises and just trying to like get it to shoo, and then sees Alan like stab it, and she's like, "Yeah, get out here!" I'm gonna throw another arcane lance at it. Terribly.
You sound like you're drunk.
Yeah.
Draft have a little Draft find a sip while everyone was asleep.
No, she's just really groggy.
Mm-hmm. So you throw in another arcane lance, and it just beams right off again. But the dragon isn't paying attention to you anymore. You are no longer the biggest threat.
That's fair.
So Alan, it is going to come down at you with its claws. I brought red dice for
Nice.
dragon. I don't think it matters what your defense is.
That
What is your?
That's always good to hear the GM say.
Yeah.
No, it was a really good roll. That's all. What is your defense?
13.
Okay. So it will come down at you with its claws.
Okay. And my armor is 10.
Oh my
Plate mail's ridiculous.
ridiculous!
It is ridiculous.
That's the same that's like the same level of armor that this dragon has.
Yeah. Tin cans are tough.
This is just gonna be a tank fight. Who has more health?
Hey, I think it's the only thing keeping us alive right now is Alan, so this is a good thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
12, 17
But
damage.
that's well.
I'll just
Ellen-
make everyone
Nope,
some
Ellen
tea
did
while we
that.
watch Alan and the Dragon do that.
Yeah. We'll just have a picnic in the background.
Draff will just make irreverent noises and throw a heel at Alan every once in a while.
This just turns into Alan v Dragon and everyone cheers in the background.
Yeah.
And so that brings us back to what everyone else wants to do. Michelle in chat says clearly the abs of steel are made of actual steel.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is not an inaccurate thing.
Yeah.
Alan is as hot as he is dumb. And
We did
tough.
establish
Yes.
that
This
last
is
session.
canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It is
canon, yeah.
canon now.
He's cannonly stacked.
Mm-hmm.
He got a
I
damn
was
shot
checked
of
out by a
draft.
boat, so
Yeah.
Checked out
And
by a
everyone
boat.
knows boats are very discerning.
It's true.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Boats know
Okay.
all about shipping, so
Ah!
yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Okay. I will load my crossbow because that's the thing that I have that might actually break the armor. Like I would hit him with a stick, but
And then you'd have to get close.
yeah, that sounds even worse. So, noticing that the scales are an issue, I have the brilliant idea to shoot it in the mouth. So I'm gonna try to reposition myself to be able to do that. That's gonna be my whole turn. I won't have enough like stuff left to also shoot, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
load the
Where
crossbow.
would you like to reposition? Where do you think you're going to get the best?
I think in the vicinity of Drafferth. I think she's gonna piss the dragon off again somehow, and it'll go for her. And then when it does, I'm gonna shoot it in the mouth.
All right.
Me piss off the
Tactics.
dragon. No.
No. Who would like to go next?
Velika's gonna attempt to cast Winter's Grasp so we can slow this mother down.
Absolutely.
Come on, please.
That hits the target number. All right.
Yes.
So tell me about how
Yes.
Winter's Grasp looks. The target has to make a save, correct?
Yes, Constitution against my spell power. And it lasts 3 turns.
I don't have dragons have a lot of constitution.
Mm.
What's your spell power? What's my target number?
What's the spell? What is my spell power? Where is my spell power? God damn it. Why did I not write
It is
stuff down?
everywhere.
It's 10 plus magic, isn't it?
It's in the dream
That is
of every
13.
child.
Okay.
13?
So by all accounts, when you're casting it, it feels like you're like, this thing is so chunky and strong. There's no way this should slow it down at all. And yet, you see the ice like almost slither under the scales and like in icy veins seems to take root in the dragon itself. And it like does a horrible shudder.
Yeah,
You can
eat
tell
my
that-
ice, you bitch. 1d6.
Does Valak say that?
Yes, she does. And hesitantly like that, because she's like, I shouldn't be saying this, but 1d6
meaty
penetrating
face.
damage.
Do that damage.
1d6. Duh. Yes.
Ah, woo! And is that
Oh,
penetrating or
yeah.
normal?
Penetrating.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. -2 penalty to speed, and this will last. This spell lasts 3 rounds, and you have to roll each time
All right.
for it.
Beautiful.
Ha.
Who's next?
Oh, I feel powerful.
I'll go next.
So,
Unless
Alan, you
you were
actually
going to do some
noticed
sort of support stuff.
it kind
No.
of dropped down on you with its claws and tried to rend you pretty badly, and it did do some damage. But you do notice as Velika casts her spells, and the ice seems to snake along the scales in certain places.
How much damage did I take? Because I missed that. I'm real spacey today. I apologize.
It's just 10, so it's 7 with your armor. Also,
7.
I made a mistake. Turns out its fire breath is penetrating.
Ah, that tracks. Is there anywhere there's it's one of the places that I know is softer, that also has the frost going over it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you would
Which
be able
of
to
those
reach
are
it.
there? Okay. Then I suppose I will go for that one.
Beautiful.
Whichever that one is. Because I'm a little
Whatever it is,
unclear.
I must. Okay. So the ice is kind of like where did you aim, or was it kind of the whole body, Velika? Is there any particular spot you were aiming for?
I want it to look like it gets encased in a block of ice for a second, and then it shatters
Okay.
around it.
The ice
Okay.
seems to have snaked around its neck, around the front shoulder areas.
Okay.
The hind
So
legs
the-
are still more or less seem unaffected, but the front legs have been affected the most by the snaking ice.
Is there any of the belly that's been affected?
A little bit under the chest, but not in the back as much.
Okay. Then I'm
Which-
probably going to go for the arm. I'm going to go for that arm joint I was looking at before.
Fantastic.
I'm going to use the power of violence. Hey! I
Stun
got some stun
points.
points this time. Woo! And I think that is the exact
I think you need
amount to
2
make
for
it
the,
pierce armor, and also get my defensive stance because it's -1 for me.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm at so I'm at 15. 15's my until next round. 15's my
Rockin'.
right there. Okay, so now we go. Boop. That's 13 points of armor, pierce armor. So it halves the armor. Or the armor is done by half. So it hit that, and basically he just sort of he kind of turns, uses the shield to kind of cover the dragon's hit with the frost and going on there, and then he's just going to turn and just do like almost a rapier sort of strike right into the sort of like the ball joint in its shoulder.
Beautiful. So you strike up into the shoulder joint, and it strikes absolutely true. You feel it get into some of that flesh, and the dragon shrieks in response and it tries to like pull away, and the blood just gushes out of that spot, and the whole leg just like curls into itself like it's trying to protect that now. But it seems like maybe it might not use that leg because of this.
Nice. Well done.
I think that just leaves Draff.
Yeah. She's just gonna run up to Alan and cast Rejuvenate, but is gonna do this in like a like sports team player like slap on the butt thing. Like, good job, slap.
That's wonderful.
Why would you attack him while he's in a rage? This is just oh god.
It's not enough to hurt, especially through the armor. So it's a 21, which is well past the target number. Immediately gets back 1 hit point, and then another 1d6 at the start of Alan's turn for 4 rounds.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Yeah. And that's my turn. She's just standing there right next to Alan, who's, melee fighting a dragon. This is only gonna go well.
Yes.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
No way this could possibly go wrong.
I have to see if I can get the stun points for this first, but depending on what I roll, either be claws or something else. So the dragon is going to attempt to tail bash both of you.
That seems fair.
It does.
But it is only a 14, so
Oh,
very
that-
poor rolls,
That
dragon.
does
Because of the defensive stance, that does not hit me.
It does hit
Great.
me.
So the dragon has curled one of its front leg into itself, trying to protect this new wound. And in retaliation, seems to like tense up and whips around to try and bash you with the tail. Alan, how does defending against this look? Because you're in a defensive stance, so.
With the tail coming in, I think he actually leans into the wound itself, and then holds his shield, and then holds his shield up to cover everything, because it's not going to whip at its own, big ouchie. People don't do that unless they're completely insane. Or I guess if you're into that. But yeah, I think that's exactly how it goes.
Excellent. So it pushes you back a little bit, but you're able to defend strongly against it, and kind of stay more or less in position without getting thrown back. Draff.
That is in another time zone now.
Yes.
Anna was looking off screen because that's where you got hit.
We're far away. I was looking at how much damage this is going to do to you.
Oh.
Oof.
It's fine.
So it's 14 damage.
Okay.
And you go flying.
Yeah.
You go flying a couple feet back.
It's fine. I'm not even at half health yet. It's fine. It's fine.
It's two attacks.
It's pretty good for a mage.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
How far back do I go, and how high in the air do I fly?
I would say you stay pretty low because it hits you when you're on the ground. So it's probably more like you fly a little bit and then roll on the ground a little bit in a tumble, and it throws you probably about 10 feet back.
I love that.
When you look up, that's where I am. Like,
Yeah, Jade's just looking down at you.
hello.
Giraffe just looks up like, hello, Jade.
What's up? How's the
I'm
morning?
fine.
Mhm.
Is the tea done yet?
Yep.
It is at this moment that anyone who is kind of a little bit further away from the dragon, I'm assuming all of Alan's attention is on the dragon, might hear the sound of running coming from out of the forest.
Logan.
And anyone who turns can see
Yeah.
Logain, sans armor and with no weapon, being chased by a smaller dragon.
Oh,
Just a little baby.
Oh god.
Aww.
the baby one.
We're
That's
gonna
actually
kill
where
a
we're going
family.
to take a little break.
Ah!
Oh no.
Just when I was about to save Logain.
And then, therefore, ingratiate yourself to him forever.
Uh-huh.
This is how it works.
Are you trying to find a new master?
Yes.
We already have
Oh.
one back at home.
I have two, but I collect them.
Maybe.
Oh my
Jade's
goodness.
just collecting
'Cause-
patrons.
How many days has it been?
Far too long.
At least
Well-
3.
We'll be right
depends on how
back.
potent that tea is.
Hey, we are back.
And then a horde of
better than
dragons
ever.
swoops in and sets you all on fire.
Oh no!
And you die instantly. All of your character development was for naught.
If only we learned to stop, drop, and roll.
And no one will remember your name.
Even the stars will forget your names. Anyway,
Well, that was
Logan's-
anticlimactic.
The star? Okay.
And really dark. That was a real dark twist there.
so Logan is just covering into the cap. He's sans armor, sans weapon. He's being a little bit chased by a little dragonling. His armor and weapon, I believe, is still over by the camp, though Jade might have moved it a bit.
I had one piece with me. I think I probably dropped it by the tree, so it's not super far, but yeah. I'll go first. I will pivot from aiming at the dragon, because I was going to shoot it in the mouth. Then, so I'm turning. I'm seeing Logain, seeing the dragon chasing him. I'm going to try to aim there and try to still, like I'm in the headspace, so I'm going to try to shoot the little dragon in the mouth.
All right.
Really try to get this right. So take a few breaths, and then I'm going to shoot. So this is a +1 because I'm aiming. Still sucks. Using a reroll.
All right. You have them.
14. Tell me that hits.
That does hit. It's still a baby dragon.
Yes.
And you have
Thank
some
the
stun
gods.
points.
I do have some stun points.
What would you like to spend those on?
Do believe it's stun points. Okay, let's see. It's chasing Logain, and that is bad. I will knock it prone. That should do the job. Because the point is to save
How are you?
Logain,
Okay.
not
all
kill
right.
the dragon.
Describe to me how you, with your crossbow, are going to knock a dragonling prone.
I think I do hit it in the mouth, and it'll jam there, and the dragon falls and claws at its head to try to get the arrow out of its mouth.
Acceptable. I'll take it. Roll some
Yeah, that
damage.
makes sense to me. Right, there's also damage. Oh, God. Let's see. It's this button. 8. That is good.
Excuse me.
Well, it's not bad. It's average.
It's pretty good. The dragonling screeches out its pain and does kind of fall over and is trying desperately to get this arrow out of its fucking head.
I did stuff, everybody. It was useful.
Yay!
Ooh.
Okay.
You
Next.
shot like 2 of the darkspawn when we fought them back then. You killed like 2 of them. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Drafferth is gonna pick herself up off the ground, and she just stares at the dragon as she does, just like, ugh. Listen, hey, you little shit. And then she's gonna heal herself.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. That is not gonna be enough. Oh, do I want to use the crit for this? Because I actually really need health. Yeah, we're gonna use the crit.
Get some healings on.
Which will make the dragon die a 6. So I will get 12 plus cunning, which is 2. So I'll get 14 health back. Which almost puts me back up to full health. So yeah, she's gonna pull herself off the ground and be like, look here, you little shit. And wrap some bandages around some stuff and get ready to charge back in on the next turn.
Excellent. Who would like to go next after that?
Well, Winter's Grasp is. This will be the second round of Winter's Grasp.
Right?
So you have to
I'll
roll
look
again.
at it. Oh, it's still going. It just won't let go. It almost seems to be seeping further all across the chest, up the neck, a little bit down, but more in the front half than the back half. So like, and Alan being close, you can see the way that it weaves and seems to like almost like it's cracking and dulling the scales.
So a roll for the damage again, right?
Yeah. And then, do you have to like hold that to maintain it, or do you get to do other things on your turn?
It doesn't say.
Well,
You decide. I mean, I'd love to do other things, but I understand if this is sort of like a
I think if you want it to keep like
Focus.
growing on the dragon the way that it is, instead of like if you want it to like impact it further, you could probably do more damage with the ice if you like concentrated on it. The
Yeah.
ice does seem to be very effective.
yeah. I'll stay on task.
All right, roll an extra damage for that then.
Ooh, another
D6.
d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, damage is damage. So
All
Nice
right.
piercing.
it is
Love
penetrating.
that. So that's Alan. You do get extra health now from Giraffe's rejuvenate.
Yeah, I rolled earlier. I got 4.
Okay. Perfect.
And there's another -2 penalty to speed if the dragon moves.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alan is doing a think.
Yes.
Yes. Oh no, I was just like I apparently never finished putting up what the military fork does, and I was considering using it, but then I'm like, wait, I don't actually know if any of those numbers are correct. I don't think they are. So I'm gonna use old sword.
Old sword.
Sword.
Rusty
I'm
sword.
still. See, I'm actually probably still I'm like right next to it after the.
Yeah, it's kind
that's
of-
how I dodged the tail slash.
Yeah. It pushed you a little bit. It's not pushed you away from the dragon by any means. You're kind of
Yeah.
almost like
Sort of
it's
against
almost
its side.
curled around you with the tail.
Okay.
So the belly isn't super exposed right now, because it's
Mhm.
it's guarding a little bit against you. But you can see peeking
Yeah.
out kind of along the neck more than underneath now.
Mhm.
The ice is
Yeah.
starting
Well.
to.
Yeah. No, I'm also right next to the joint that I've been wailing on.
So it was facing
Remember,
you.
I pushed into because I pushed up right into the joint because that's where it wouldn't hit me because it's not going to slap its own wound.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to now visualize how this tail
Yeah.
bash worked in my head,
Okay.
because it kind of tried to like spin, and it is holding its one leg that you did attack up now a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more or less, I guess, still underneath it, so it's tensing a lot. Though it is also a little distracted because and we'll get to this on its turn, but it's a little bit distracted right now.
I'm going to if I have access or have a decent view of its underbelly, I'm gonna slash at that.
All right, so you'll probably kind of have to duck under to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that we'll do. Basically, I'll just do like a low, like kind of a drop, kind of a drop strike. Knock my mic over. It's an important part of the whole attack. Is me
That's
knocking
part and
my
part of
mic
the process. I understand.
Indeed. It's my method.
We
The
must.
dragon's name is Mike, so it all works out.
That tracks. That tracks.
The high dragon, Mike.
Like, what's up, dudes? All right, so I'm gonna use. Woo! Okay, those
Woo!
stun points, but 21. That's
Woo.
not bad at all.
That's some pretty attack.
That is attack. 17 points of damage.
So you gonna like go at the underbelly and swipe at it, and like between the scales, which seem to have like brittled the ice that seems to have brittled the scales, and your tactical angling there, it definitely finds purchase, and you do a pretty good slash under it. And blood once again begins to drip out, congealing on your sword. The dragon, for its part, does physically react to this, but it is clear that it is no longer paying too much attention to you, as it has looked at its small baby and seen that Logan is the one closest to it, and moves to charge at him.
No, actually, that was me. You should be charging me, not Lord Logain.
So it rises up to move over and hucks another fireball at Logain, who will attempt to dodge. He is not wearing armor at all. He will fail his dodge.
Oh no.
Oh, damage for the Logain man. So the fire, in like before your eyes, Jade, a huge burst of fire engulfs Sir Logain. And when it dissipates, he is like clearly trying to pat himself out, and panicking, and his hair is singed. And with that, the dragon actually like steps over all of you to curl defensively around the baby. Where are we at? What would everyone like to do now? So
Perhaps we can take this time to retreat, and I'll toss some of Logan's armor to him, unless he's like actually on fire and I need to put him out. If it's just like, and we're fine, then I won't. Then I'll throw him a blanket or something.
So the dragon stopped attacking us, but
well, it's not its turn anyway. So it attacked Logain, and then it moved over and has curled around the baby. Its tail is curled around it. It's hiding all of its weak points at this point, and growling menacingly at all of you.
But how do we know it's not just going to attack as soon as we start leaving?
We don't.
Is it wise?
Alan's going to move slowly, but he's just going to start walking towards the thing until, Velika tells him not to. Battle trance. It's a thing.
It's a good thing we have Lord Logain here to tell us what to do. What should we do, sir? Should we retreat? Yes, right?
Logain is like kind of patting himself down, is like,
Yeah, I'll go over to him with a blanket and put him out there.
You said the dragon's growling at us, right?
yeah.
Giraffe is just staring it down, growling right back.
You're feral. You're feral.
Yep. Pretty much.
I don't know what to do.
Given that there are only 5 of us, it might be in our best interest to attempt to take this opportunity to leave.
Okay.
So wise, sir.
I've fought a couple dragons in my time, and there are usually more people than this involved.
So impressive, isn't it? And I'll like start putting his armor on him as we like start.
So Logan and you kind of move away to the camp to put the. Alan is still moving towards the dragon. That the dragon does, as soon as Alan gets kind of closer, looks at him and like snarls.
Dead-eyed stare right back.
It moved a fair ways away, so Alan, I would say probably like 20 feet or so.
Okay.
Yeah, well, my speed's lessened because of the heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taking me a while.
Velica's still sort of looking around, not knowing what to do, and going,
Why?
Alan?
What are you
Stop the
doing?
turn.
Alan?
So stop. Turn his head.
Oh, okay. That's still happening. Come back, I think.
All right.
I mean, he looked less, than last time, so I wasn't sure if it was still working, and it seems to be working, and then she's just kind of sort of babbling.
Draff is gonna slowly walk backwards, like in time with Alan, just staring this dragon down, and then does the whole like pointing two fingers at her eyes and then back at the dragon thing.
Perhaps we should do less threatening and more packing our stuff.
Not all of us travel with, the whole kitchen, Jade.
Fine, if you want to leave your sleeping bag behind, that's more than... Yeah.
Sleeping bag?
You have a sleeping bag. We're adventurers. Also, I just improv'd it, so you have the yes and. It's the law.
I like the idea that Draft didn't even realize she was sleeping in a bag.
Well, she is both. She's not used to bag. Bag is a weird thing for both.
Yeah, she's just kind of puts her hat down and kind of...
It's just this weird thing. Since I started traveling with you lot, a thing shows up on the ground and I just sleep in it.
Me too. It's
Yes,
very weird.
I put those out for everyone. You're very welcome.
Yeah, it's Jade.
Yes.
Oh, right.
About halfway back to Velica, Alan shakes his head a little bit, and that the now modified battle trance goes away.
What does the new battle trance look like? How does it look?
It's not like dead-eyed and robotic. But he still kind of has like there's like priorities there, like, and so this is the biggest, scariest thing. We take out that, like, I need to take out that, then that, unless Velica is in direct danger, and then that takes priority. He still needs, like, he still will listen to the commands, and he basically kind of needs them to pop in and out of it, because there are things that the battle trance can allow him to do that he can't do otherwise. Basically, I'm setting up to take a particular specialty.
So he looks less like he's taken over, but he's still focused.
Yeah, no, he still looks a little off, but it's more like a halfway point between full battle trance and normal.
Is it more like, so instead of being like a full-on trance, it's more like he's just like super hyper focused?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit more like that. Like,
okay.
And so, so he can do more. Well, the whole fight with the dragon there, he can do more actual, like, strategic strikes and thinking. But there are just some major advantages to keeping up with the battle trance, which is why he still does it, and
Battle trance leveled up.
Yes, it's a better battle trance, but he's still, at this point, Velica is the one that he trusts to pull him out of it.
Okay.
Well, he'll still, like, attack things until they die if they prove a threat.
Yeah, mate. Like the battle is not, like, by Kunari standards, the battle is not over until all the enemies are dead.
While they're
Or all of you.
While they're walking back, are they still sort of like out of earshot unless you raise your voice?
The dragons?
No, I mean
them.
Alan and Draft.
I mean, if you lowered your voice, you could probably.
Yeah. Okay. So while they're walking back, Velica's
They're
gonna
turned
go-
away from you, staring at the dragon. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
or at least Raph is.
Yeah. So it's not like when I just wanted to make sure I'm not leaning in to say something and like they're there.
They're not quite there. You have a moment to say a thing if you wish.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Jade. I'll be helping pack stuff up, and I'll go. How come Alan just listens to me now?
I have no idea. I mean, none of the rest of us are giving him orders, so that might be one. Perhaps your shared turmoil has brought you two closer together.
But he used to listen to you as well, and now he's just listening.
I've never
to
given
me.
him an order. I've just given him advice of where to go, and what not to eat, and that he should brush his hair. I'm
I
just a
swear in one
servant.
battle you told him what to do.
Did I? I don't remember that at all. Doesn't sound like me.
She looks confused.
Could you hand me that? Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right.
The dragon has not followed any of you. It seems to now be tending to its young, and is thoroughly distracted with that.
Seems it doesn't want to chase us, so that's good. Let's
He's a wee little baby. I feel
let's
bad.
go while the getting's good.
Yeah, maybe it was just maybe we were just too close to the baby.
Logan, somewhat bashfully, kind of clears his throat and he's like, I was searching for some breakfast for us, and I think I stumbled upon it, and that probably... Have you always had dragons living near you?
No, I don't. I mean, my memory isn't the best, but I don't think so.
I feel like you would remember dragons.
I feel like I'd remember that too.
They do seem memorable.
Because I don't think I've ever seen. I read books about them, but they're huge.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. While that discussion is happening, Alan's going to go do something.
What would you like
He's
to do?
going to what?
What would you like to do?
He's going to kind of like with the first started fighting the dragon. He's going to do that sort of like kind of honorable eye contact, bow low, get not close enough to be threatening, but close enough to make it clear that this is for the dragon. And then he's going to put down several small cakes in apology. And he's going to stand, and then he's going to back up, turn around, show his back to let it know that this is a real like, I am apologizing. If you want to kill me, you have that right now. And then just walk back to the
Alan, from behind you, you hear a little snort, or a little snort, and then a bigger snort. That is clearly both of them kind of like dismissing you, more or less, is how you would probably interpret it.
Yeah.
Mr. Allen, are you injured at all?
No.
The dragon was.
Boat
was
magic
doing-
does many good things.
All right.
Boat magic.
Boat magic.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah, Alan, you were
Good
so
armor.
you were so brave. It was terrifying.
Yes, it was very terrifying. But
Thank you.
somebody had to make it so you not be scared. And he's gonna go and start picking up all his stuff again.
Logan, as you all begin to pick up all your stuff, and the dragon is like mostly ignoring you at this point. It's kind of wild, the difference. The Logan kind of is like, well, suppose we should decide where we're headed next, or if we're even going together.
Where would you like to go, sir? I recommend going to my mistress's house in Orlais.
Well, I actually
Maybe
should
Sybil Dozell?
check in on the other Grey Wardens.
Oh, they're scattered
they've
all
gone.
over the place.
Yes.
Who knows where they hang out these days?
I suppose I will have to head to add it to. Oh no, what's the place called? It's not
Craigsville.
Adventite. That was the place in Inquisition.
Oh crap.
Weishaupt.
Yep, that's
It's
it.
like, all right, I suppose I'll have to head to Weishaupt to see.
As
Survey the situation as it is.
as Jade starts talking about like who knows where the Grey Wardens are, you know, they're scattered everywhere. She just looks at Jade like, I'm right here.
You don't really count, right?
Oh fuck you too.
Yes, but once we get to Olay, there'll be, you know, comfortable rest, horses for everyone. Remember those horses? They're good.
Actually, where are we then?
Yes, I was somewhere.
Well,
I think
Yeah.
we're not far from Treventa, I think.
Yes, that would be north, so that way, which means we have to go in the total opposite way. And
Right.
if anyone has any magical shortcuts, no.
Unless you can find a handy mirror anywhere.
Yeah. We have no more reasons to go into the mirrors. There's
It
just
was a joke, Jade.
okay, good. Because that wasn't very unpleasant. I have no desire to ever see those elves again.
Suppose I will stay with you at least until we find a town and can get our bearings. And then decide where we're going next, I guess.
So kind of you, sir.
Yes.
Elika's gonna hesitate and look back at the shack. I mean,
You want
Unless
to
you'd
do
rather
anything
stay
with it?
here, Miss Fallica.
Do you want
I,
to do
I
something?
mean, it's, you know, after whatever happened in there, I guess.
Also, there's 2 dragons, so
Yeah.
perhaps not the safest place
Some-
to sleep.
Sometime sometime I hear people do a thing where when they have bad memory, they go and they use fire to make memory bad, make bad memory go away. That is one option. We
How
also-
do you use fire to get rid of? Oh, you burn it.
Sometimes-
Oh,
Sometimes you
It's become yes. Sometimes it's
symbolically
symbol.
burn it down. So
I think we can leave it.
Yes.
It's fine. It's just
It seems wasteful to burn a house down for no reason.
yeah. It's just
Right.
I want
I-
to stay with all of you. It's just weird, you know. I just found it. Found my
Yeah.
parents, and
Oh.
now
right, maybe we mark it on a map or something so we can find it later.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Log in, man. You
It's law.
shh. You can make word on thing. Yes.
right.
Can we leave note in case parent ghosts know where she is, so they find us, so we find her. Is that thing can be
I've never
done?
heard of ghosts traveling from the place where they died.
It's
Well, I don't know much about ghosts, but
Honestly,
I do know that families. Well, I don't know much about families either, but I've seen people talk about families watching other families and doing family thing. It sounds like a good thing in head.
Velika puts her hand on Alan's forearm, wherever she can reach. Let's be fair. Guys, it's okay. It's okay, Alan. I've got these, and she shows the rings. I think
we
I think they
we
can
commended
find
them
me.
to the Maker's
Okay.
side. I'm sure that from there they will be watching over her.
Good. She deserves many people watch over her.
It was a very nice thought,
Thanks.
Alan.
It was.
Mm. So which direction do we go?
South.
Yeah.
All right. Which one is south?
It's that one.
Okay, I will start walking south.
You pack
Because
up
the
all your
sun
things and-
rises in the east,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is that way. So,
It did just rise recently.
yeah.
So you pack up all your things and you begin to head out together with Logain on your journey back home. And that's kind of where we're gonna wrap it today.
Nice.
I'm imagining like a weird picture of Logain standing on a rock like an explorer, like that way, and I'll stand like next to him, and the rest of you are standing there like, what is going on?
Draft's got her arms crossed, rolling her eyes at the scene.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
That's my mental picture of
I
how
love
I'm
that.
reading it.
Oh, that was great. We're gonna
Yeah.
go on a raid here shortly, but before we do, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to say what their favorite part was and where we can find them next, anything they like to share or plug. And we'll go reverse order from how we did our intros. So, Hannah, we'll start with you. Possibly.
It's all just combat, so my brain's like, ah. My favorite part was knowing that if the flaming weapons had worked, it wouldn't have done anything because the dragon is 100%
Yeah.
resistant.
Yeah.
So
He
it's kind
doesn't
of,
know that.
I thought it would have been very funny
Mm.
trying to figure out how to explain how that would work. But combat, I've always done very straightforwardly, so I'm trying very hard to kind of do a little bit more complicated stuff. So it's nice getting to try that out with such a good crowd.
How was it for you?
Not as much as I want, not as good as I wanted it to be, but that's how improving works.
Mhm. Perfection is an unattainable goal.
And also, it would be boring,
It's true.
It's true.
such as what my
It's also
video
a
game is
lie.
teaching me.
I'm perfect and my life is super dull, so there you go.
That tracks. That all tracks.
Every single bit of this tracks.
Uh,
So wherever you find me, it'll be back here for the last episode next week, where we'll presumably be winding down.
awesome.
Though I never know with you folks.
Yeah, I just taunted a dragon, so yeah, it's
You
Massive
spent the
cliffhanger,
entire
and then we'll
episode
have to
taunting a
do-
dragon.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I got a crit success on my courage, and I'm just like, okay, this is the direction we're going now.
Sorry, Nina, I think you said something?
No, I just said massive cliffhanger next episode, so we have to do more. My
I
master
mean,
plan.
I think this is the first time I haven't done a cliffhanger. Is this episode?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
all been
Yep.
really, really.
We've just ended on the pastiche.
Uh-huh.
The beautiful, as you walk into the sun, well, a little bit to the south of the sunrise, into the forest together.
Love it.
A wonderful group. And
Mhm.
Logain.
Logain's wonderful.
And also Logain was there.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not part of the group.
He
No,
totally
he's
is. He's
not.
the leader.
He's just kind of
Oh, okay.
uncomfortably there.
At some point, he'll have
Oh.
to express his gratitude to Jade.
B, what was your favorite part? Where did you find you, all that good stuff?
Find me Neon Devils webtoon. Go to webtoon, search Neon Devils. I do stuff and things. My actually, I'm going to say two favorite parts, and one is just more like kind of vague. But one of my favorite parts was when Draft got hit with the tail and just flew.
Are you just imagining
taunting,
a comical, like, skidding?
yeah. Yeah, like Alan, who has just been wailing on this thing. He's like, nope, doesn't get hit at all. She's like, woo. The other thing is, I really enjoyed Alan saying incredibly sweet things and having no idea what didn't really know what that they were. That he just words that he's like, oh, this is just what you do. Like, yeah. That made me happy.
We love Alan.
Yeah. Awesome. And then Anina, favorite part. Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I had a favorite part and now I forgot it as soon as you said my name because of course I did.
Oh no.
Just the way it be.
That's how it is. I also did enjoy the tail moment. It was really cool how effective Winter's Grasp was. That was cool. Felt very powerful. Yeah. I like playing confused. I know that's her baseline, but she was especially confused. So I enjoyed that. Enjoyed what was going on in her head. Apart from here, next week, you can find me on my YouTube channel, The Awkward Actress, or on Bardic Quest, where I play a Viking fighter called Saga, which is a D&D playthrough. So look up both those on YouTube. So The Awkward Actress and Bardic Quest. Ta-da.
Awesome. Absolutely. And a Paladin.
It's me.
Favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
One of my favorite things about this episode is that we started before the episode with Hannah telling us that it was going to be combat. We're going to like really give it our all. Like, that's fun. You know, that really shows that this is a collaborative thing and that we're all working together towards the same goal. And I like that, to have that highlighted in such a way. Like, this is what we want to get. Let's go for it. And I gave it my best shot. I think I did okay. Combat went well.
Loved Jade's role, like his actions today.
Yeah.
It was very, very real, very in character.
I liked the first thing where I got to be super scared. I like getting to save Logain. That was super fun. And now we're done. Let's see. The next you can find me is, let's see, Sundays over on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin, and tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. As far as I know, we're having a session, which means I get to fight the Navy. Fuck the Navy. Let's save some pirates. When I'm done with that, I will be on Polished Cryptid channel on Tuesday as Domrain, the Githzerai noble fighter, where I am at a masquerade ball, which has gone awry as a monster has arrived. But as that has been going on, I am still dying from a dream curse. So I will sleepily and probably very inaccurately be trying to kill this monster and accidentally injure the nobles. And I'm looking forward to that and all the fallout from it. And then I will be back here. I've also joined an off-stream game. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes, but you can't watch that, so.
Right.
That's fair.
All right. Excuse me. So that just
You could,
leaves.
but it'd be creepy.
Yeah, that's true. That just leaves me. It's hard to pick a favorite part. My favorite part is we got to fight a dragon. That's my favorite part. That was so much fun. And I really enjoyed the fact that I got to, as a mage, not do any damage at all to the dragon, but also be like this really scrappy fighter who just keeps getting smacked around but doesn't die.
Would anyone like to know how much health the high dragon is listed as having in the book?
Yes.
200.
So we would have all died if we.
It would have been very slow.
It would have been a very long fight for sure.
Especially because it has such a high armor rating as well.
Yeah.
I feel like you're probably supposed to be a higher level when you fight.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. That seems fair.
It's totally worth it though. I loved it. So yeah, that and having immediate consequences for my actions was also a lot of fun. But I also really enjoyed the way Jade and Velika played the terror of it. That was really good. And Alan's fighting was very neat to see the difference between like previous Alan, where it's just like hack/murder, versus this one, which was a little bit more tactical. The modified trance thing was really cool. But yeah, the whole thing was amazing. You can find me next tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for our penultimate for Animus Violentus. And then next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for all the finales for this season. So it's going to be really cool. And then other things to share or plug is just sponsors, which are in chat there. It's Fundamental RPG, which is a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so you can use it for high fantasy or sci-fi or anything in between. We've used it for a ton of different types of games on the channel. You can pick up your copy on Amazon, or if you want a PDF, a digital version, you can get that at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom and top left corners of the screen. And then the other sponsor is Die Hard Dice. They are awesome, and they sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. If you use the code ANIMUS with a capital A, normally you get 10% off of your order, but until the 20th, you'll get 15% off of your order, which is really awesome. And then I highly recommend checking out the Avalor Isa Lifeblood set. The Avalor design is really, really pretty. It's got the sharp corners cut off on the D4s and the D6s, and it's one of my favorite designs. And then the Lifeblood one in particular is completely clear with red numbers, so it's a gorgeous set. I highly recommend checking that out. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have or have had on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.fantasy.network, or over on our YouTube channel, which just go to YouTube and search for Black Feather Guild, and it should be the first result. And be sure to subscribe over there, because next season, which starts in January, we'll have a couple of YouTube exclusive streams. So you'll want to make sure that you get notifications for that so you don't miss out. And I think that's everything for me and for all of that. So we're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go raid Numeria Streams. They're awesome. I've played with them in a couple of games on other channels, and they're just really cool. So definitely give them a follow if you're not doing so already, and say hello. And then I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.